season of Fortnite actually good? Me and my admin Sty made a deal that I would discuss after 1 week of playing Fortnite Season 2 if it was actually good. So today I'm going to name all the pros and cons and give it an overall rating out of 10. If you're new around here, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm sorry for the lack of videos recently, my voice died, so I couldn't record any videos. So initially, how did I find the season? I thought, whoa, I love the new POIs, I love the new movement, I just love the new season. But is my opinion changing after 1 week? Well, first pro is this an improvement to the last season? Yes, significantly. Why? Well, because the weapons are better, in my opinion. I absolutely love the new Havoc pump shotgun. 250 pumps to the head are back. One negative con that I will say is it's not the pump shotgun. Sometimes it's a bit slow, it's more of a nerfed version of the pump, and I guess that's what they were going for, but I still love it though. The mythic version is broken. You 250 people to the head, that's absolutely broken. I think the legendary version could also do 250 to the head. So that is a huge dub. But the negative con is we were teased the pump. Leak said the pump was coming back and it didn't. So yeah, I'm a bit that, but the pump is still a huge W. In my opinion, I prefer it to the Thunder. The Thunder is really good, and I am really sad that was nerfed at the beginning of the season, but I love the auto. The auto's still there. The heavy shotgun was the worst gun in the game, and it was vaulted. And I'm so happy with this decision, because towards the end of the season, Epic Games decided, let's make it more common. Why make the worst game the worst gun in the game more popular and more available in grounded? Why? And chess, it was more common to find a heavy shotgun than any other gun. And I was like, but the heavy shotgun is the worst gun in the game. Why have it available? But they fixed that by vaulting. No one likes heavy shotgun. I have noticed with Chapter 3 Season 1, it was unvaulted. Chapter 4 Season 1, it was unvaulted. Those two seasons were similar in the guns that they unvaulted, which was a con of last season. But this season they've introduced loads of new weapons. One that I'm a bit mixed on is the new AR. The new AR, in my opinion, is good, but it's not great. The reason for that is because its range is not great. It's an AR. You're supposed to be able to shoot people from far away. The bloom on this gun is just too large to be an AR, in my opinion. And the mythic version does not fire fast enough. None of the versions fire fast enough for it to be considered a good gun. And the mythic version is still quite bad compared to the other the mythic pump shotgun, or the Havoc pump shotgun. It one pumps people. Big up, even in zero build, it one pumps people. Then the new slurp juices in the vault as well. Big W, and we will get back to that later. But then this mythic seems to fall a bit short, in my opinion, but compared to the other two in the game. But it's still a big W. I still love it. But yeah, it's not as good as I hoped it would be. And after playing it for a week, I'd rather not pick up this gun. One W is or con, depending on how you look at it. The Scar was also vaulted, which is sad because I'm sad to see one of the OG weapons vaulted again, but it was shit. It was a terrible gun, and it's probably for the best that it was vaulted, because it just didn't hit the same as it used to, and it was really common as well. One W is the Red Eye was not vaulted and also not nerfed. Good. The Red Eye assault rifle will always be the biggest W Chapter 4 has taken, in my opinion. One controversial thing was the hammer was vaulted. Now, the hammer was vaulted for the sword. In my opinion, and most people's opinions that I'm seeing, I've done a couple polls on Twitter, and I've also looked to see what other content creators like. The sword is being hugely praised, and in general, an improvement to the hammer. I agree. The sword is so much better than the hammer. Cooldown is lower. There are only 3 charges like the OG, well, not the OG hammer, but the hammer that we had before it was vaulted. But it's not glitchy. The sword is not glitchy at all, and it works really well. The movement's really cool. The cooldown is faster. so movement is a lot better, especially in zero builds. And yeah, I think the sword is a massive W. I think it's a 10 out of 10 item for movement anyway. And the damage is actually pretty even. Like, it's pretty fair, which I think is good. The hammer to begin with did like 150 damage if you hammered, and that's just unfair. This one does 30 damage per hit, and you can slice people. But then, like the lightsabers, it has a cooldown, and I think that's fair. The sword is more used for movement rather than used for an actual weapon. Another thing is this season is bringing back loads of content creators. That's a massive W. Tim the Tap Man, who always plays Warzone, was back on the game, and he said this is a W season. Dr. Disrespect was back on the game. Ninja's loving the new season. Cypher, who never left. Courage, Lock, like all these content creators are loving the new season, and that's good. Like, the Mega City in particular is a huge hide and seek spot, which I've noticed a lot of people doing. And maybe if you want us to do one, please leave a like and a comment. But yeah, like, we'll get back to the POIs in just a second, but the content creators are saying this is actually the most fun they've had on the game for a year or two, which is a big W. Like, if you think about it, if content creators are having more fun, they're more likely to post videos, which means people are more likely to watch them, and then people are more likely to go, actually, that season looks really fun. Because if content creators are criticizing the game, then that's not good. Right, POIs. POIs are also big Ws. Mega City, in my opinion, is not great for initial landing, because it's so many people land there, and the loot's not fantastic. Except for the Vault. The Vaults are a big W as well. I noticed they tested that at the end of Season 1, that's probably why they added Vaults to But yeah, the POIs, I love Naughty Nets. That is honestly my favourite POI on the map. The other two are, like, the Springs one is just like, like, it's okay, like, I wouldn't land there. But swords are available for these locations, which makes them good. And then, Shattered Slabs, Brutal Bastion, and the new Mega City all have vaults in them, which are huge W's. You cannot imagine how much I love vaults, and I love the mythics. I love that the mythics are more common this season, and people are more likely to go to the vault. Arena this season, in my opinion, is also really clean with the movement and the gun selection. I love that the exotic guns are back. As you can see in this gameplay, I'm using the exotic auto shotgun, and that gun is overpowered in my opinion. And yeah, I've really just had fun this season. Another thing is some of my friends have been coming back to Fortnite. Like, as you can see, I'm playing with Ragging Swiss in this. Ragging Swiss said the season was actually pretty cool, which I'm really happy about, because he's just been stuck on Minecraft for a while, and he came back to explore the new season after saying he would never play Fortnite again, even though I didn't believe him. He came back, and we got 3 Ws, 2 in a row, and then we lost 1, and then, so yeah, our 4 games we had a 75% win rate. It's just, the game feels the cleanest it's been since Chapter 3 Season 1. For comp players, I've been talking to my comp experts, Sty and Unvoked. They don't like the season because they still don't like the loophole. And to be honest, I disagree with their opinion completely. I think the loophole is really strong for the season. I think the heals are very strong. I think the guns are really strong. I think the shotguns are very strong. And they're like, no, the shotguns aren't. Like, their opinion's wrong, in my opinion. But obviously it's my opinion, so I'm not saying they're factually wrong, I just disagree with their opinions. But from a comp perspective, nothing much has changed. They are running more tournaments this season and next season, they've stated. During the summer, there's going to be a lot of summer tournaments, which I'm looking forward to. So the comp side looks strong. This season, it's not really changed much, though. And yeah, I think, what would I rate the comp scene at the moment? I'd probably give it like a 5 or a 6. Like, honestly, it's not very strong at the moment. But Fortnite have plans, like Clicks has said, he's spoken to Fortnite, and he loves their plans. I believe him. Like, I believe that Fortnite's got something cooking for comp. But I'm talking as a casual player and an arena player, and I genuinely love the season. Another thing is, as you just saw in that clip, snipers now light up, which means you won't unexpectedly get sniped, and I love that. I absolutely love it. And the heavy snipers are a huge W, and you can one-shot in zero build, which is also a huge W. If you can hit your shots, yes, that's more skill. And with Season 1 and even Chapter 3, the general consensus was if you get a skill gun like the goo gun, like the hammer, you can just hammer a good player off. You can just spray a player. And that's just not fun. It wasn't fun. This season is more skill-based, and I like that. Another thing that you just saw there, the new Slurp Juice is a huge W. It's been buffed significantly. You can now get up to 100, as long as you're not, as long as you don't die, obviously. But it's the quickest healing item, and generally the Slurp Juice is now the most powerful item in the game. After last season, it just being glossed over, going, well, really, do I really have to pick this up? Now it's a must to have in your inventory. And, like, yeah, honestly, this new season is really strong. Like, as my closing arguments are, what do I look for in a Fortnite season? 3 questions. Is it fun? Is it fair? And, like, are the changes useful or dragging the game down? So, I think the changes are significantly better than last season. Overall, last season I'd give it about 7.5 out of 10. Like, towards the end of it was a 10 out of 10, but the beginning of it was like a 6 or a 5. Like, they really didn't do anything, with the exception of BAM. This season they've got BAM already, and like their first update, they've already fixed a few things. But I really hope the updates are consistent, because if they are, this could be one of the best seasons ever. I also need to compare it to another futuristic season, Chapter 1 Season 9. Do I think this is better than Chapter 1 Season 9 at the moment? It's hard to tell. At the moment, I'm going to have to say no. The reason for that is I loved the combat shotgun in Season 9, and the combat shotgun this season is just not hitting at all. It's a gun that you pick up until you get the new Havoc or the Auto, and yeah, the combat's just not as fun. Like, gun-wise, the combat was just so much better in Season 9, but overall, I love this new season, and I think it can be an improvement to Chapter 1 Season 9, but at the moment, it's not. I honestly rated Season 9, like, overall, a 9 or a 10. Like, to begin with, it was a 10 out of 10. This season, I'm going to take everything fair into account, but the main thing is, am I having fun with the game? And I am. This is the most I've had fun in Fortnite in about, I'd say, since Chapter 3 Season 1, honestly, or maybe with the introduction of Zero builds. This is honestly the most fun I'm having. I'm gonna give this season a 9 out of 10. Like, genuinely, the start of it, my initial reactions were a 9 out of 10. I'm sticking with that 9 out of 10 because honestly, I think this is a huge W for Fortnite. Do you agree with my opinions? So, I'm not sure if you agree with my opinions. If you do, please leave a comment down below. And by the way, as you can see, this was all on Twitch. I recorded all of this on Twitch, so please go ahead and watch my Twitch. I am also giving out a free battle pass to someone in my Discord server, so please go ahead and join that. Details will be on the next video. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with Fortnite this season. I just wish everyone was here to explore. Even my friend Emily was back on the season initially, and she said she's having fun with the game, and she hasn't played since Chapter 3 Season 2. It's bringing back people in the good way, and everyone is generally having a positive feel about it. So, if you haven't, give this season a try. Genuinely, because it is a lot of fun. And if you don't like builds, Zero builds is a solution. Honestly, 9 out of 10, this season is such an improvement from the last one, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. In 3 weeks' time, I'm going to give my review after 1 month of playing the season, and we'll see if my review changes. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.